got plenty of time to get this turned around.
I'll tell you what, the defenders didn't even get a sniff of him on that move to the hoop.
And it's a completely new group for the Cardinals. And we welcome you back to college basketball here on 2K Sports as we get ready to get going for the second half of play.
Guys, we had a tight game through the first half. I think we'll see more of the same coming out of the break.
And it's just going to take one big run for one of these teams to establish control. If Freak can get hot, his team has a great chance of coming away with the victory.
On the court for Louisville, we've got Rozier. White is out there with Harrell. Then there's Sanders. And it's Mack in at the center position. Now here's Freak. Sanders covering. Here's Daly. And he sinks the shot coming off the strong pick. Freak's got 7 points in the game.
You know, the defense has got to do a much better job of fighting over those screens.
And Greg, especially when the ball is in his hands. I mean, come on now. You know he doesn't miss too many open looks like that.
Here's Sanders. And it's Sanders missing again.
Well, guys, for Louisville in the last decade or so, it's been a bit of a renaissance in basketball. A title in 2013 gives them 3 total now. One of the premier programs in the country for sure.
And it's Freak missing.
And typically he has the touch to finish when he's in tight, but not sure on that possession.
Here's Mack. Connects from three-point range. Mack's got his second basket.
And when you've got a big man who can shoot from distance like that, what a huge advantage.
Well, Greg, Louisville with 3 college national championships. The first 2 coming in the 80s. Their coach then, Denny Crum.
Yeah, they won 2 back in 80 and then also 86. The program hasn't had a lot of coaching changes. Almost everyone who leads the program stays on for a long time.
Rozier the pass to Harrell. Outside White for the 3. And another 3 for Louisville.
And how about that? Responding to the three-pointer against them with a quick one of their own.
Terrific little tay-to-tay going on right now. Back and forth. Here we go.
Now here's Freak. 10 points for him. Baseline jumper. And it's wide right. Hits off the rim. Cardinals leading by 6. 7-second difference. Shot in game clock. Pass to Mack. There's the dish to Sanders. Some nice passing by Louisville here. From downtown. Shot is off. Now the Wolverines take it the other way. Now here's Freak. Stolen away. Here's Rozier. Harrell dishes to White. Fires for 3. And it's Freak with the rebound. Michigan trails by 6. On the court for Michigan. Daly in a 2-guard. Ellis is out there with Smith. And there's Flash. And it's Jones in at the 3 slot. Rozier the pass to Harrell. It's stolen by Smith. Now Freak. Rebound by Harrell. Here's Rozier, defended by Jones, and the foul called on Freak. Michigan with the ball. 7-point differential. Flash passes to Freak. They set the pick. Money! Oh, and that cuts the lead to just 5.
Yeah, great post position. That's going to be key here in crunch time.
Outside Odom. From the baseline. The shot no good. Here's Flash. And Jones has it in the corner. Freak with it. Odom on him. And it's Freak missing, and he commits the intentional foul. So both teams making some changes here. 30 seconds left here in the second half, and now they decide to foul intentionally. And so they choose to intentionally foul. We've got 28 seconds left here in the second half, and they go to the intentional foul.
Shooting for the Cardinals, Terry Rozier at the line for 2.
Good on the first, and that increases their lead to 6. So he gets them both, and it's a 7-point game.
No mistakes there. Good free throws to give them just a little bit more cushion. Well, the comeback hopes are out the window now. I think it's safe to say.
Yeah, it's a done deal. It's wrap time for this group.
And now we've got the intentional foul.
Shooting for the Cardinals, Terry Rozier at the line for 2.
And no problem there in the first free throw. 1-and-1 situation, so he'll get another. Second one is good. Getting both at the line, and it's a 7-point game. Here's Flash. Ellis kicks to Jones. This one for 3. Yes! And now they trail by just 4. 11 seconds left in the second half of basketball. And so they choose to intentionally foul.
Had to foul, and on that occasion to stop the clock. That's the enemy in this situation.
And you know what, Greg? Who knows? If you misses at the stripe and they're right there within range, you know, late game free throws are a lot different than early game free throws in terms of making.
Here's Daly. Good! And what a sensational bucket to bring them within 1. So we see the Cardinals get the win here. That was a fun night of basketball and fabulous finish as Clark continued to wait out until the very last moment to seal.
Yep, and it might not be the way a coach would have drawn it up.
Hi, everyone. We've got a great night of college basketball hoops in store for you tonight. It's a big matchup and some big-time energy in this building, and we're glad to have you with us. I'm Kevin Harlan alongside Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. We'll see the UCLA Bruins and the Michigan Wolverines.
And guys, there's just nothing quite like a packed house for a college hoop game. You hear the student section rocking and the band playing. This is pure basketball.
Greg, there's a unique energy and vibrancy with college basketball that is unique. I mean, when you get two high-profile teams meeting up with future stars making a name for themselves, I think it just adds to the excitement.
So on the floor for UCLA, we've got Free, Looney out there with Campbell. Then it's Fresh, and it's Robertson at the pivot spot, manning the middle. Campbell with it. Pass to Fresh. Launches a three. And the Bruins another three.
A good open look, and he splashes home the three.
And with Freak, he takes a lot of pride in where he hails from. Didn't grow up with a silver spoon in his hand by any means, and his family cheers him on from Harlem.
And Greg, you can see it in this game. I mean, we're all a product of where we've been, our environment, our experiences. And with Freak, he doesn't take anything for granted. Some of the very best players of all time have come from the projects like Freak, and he takes pride in playing for Harlem when he's on the court.
Here's Campbell. Soft touch off the glass. He's got 5.
Hard to watch UCLA and not think of the Wizard of Westwood, John Wooden. Not just his impact on the school, but his place in the history of basketball. He helped put college basketball on the map in a big way.
Fast break UCLA. And that one's good. Fresh. Fresh has got 5 points so far.
How about the start that they've gotten off to here? Huge lead, and we're still in the first quarter.
And guys, it hasn't just been the scoring. I mean, they're playing tremendous defense too.
And the foul called on Freak. That's his first foul. And the Bruins going here with a whole new group out there. Morris against Jefferson. Morris passes to Johnson. Oh, that's blocked. And the basket good. And Michigan has possession. Searching for their first points of the game. Now here's Freak. Not a lot of room. And so he earns a trip to the line. Officials saw the contact, and he'll shoot 2.
Guys, it's almost impossible to think about Michigan basketball and not think of the Fab Five. I mean, one of the most storied recruiting classes ever. They were dominant in their tenure here at Michigan.
And you see a lot of players who are very talented play with a me-first approach. That is not the case with Freak. He doesn't try and attract any unnecessary attention and just focuses on playing his game.
Yeah, I like that about him, Greg. I mean, in a day and age where most guys are self-centered and it's all about me, it's refreshing for a player like Freak who doesn't invite that kind of noise. I mean, that's as impressive as his skill set.
And it's out of bounds. The Wolverines able to retain. So Michigan ends up going with the new group. Michigan trails by 13. And thinking back to the Fab Five, there were 5 freshmen, all brought in the same year, and they all started.
Yeah. Chris Webber, Juwan Howard, Jalen Rose were the most successful pros, all of them playing professionally at some level. It's still considered one of the greatest freshman classes, if not the greatest of all time.
So on the floor for UCLA, Looney out there with Campbell. Then there's Free, then it's Fresh, and it's Robertson at the 5 spot. Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here.
And you know what? Very close to a 3-point play right there.
Yeah, he almost got that one down. I mean, those are the kind of aggressive plays coaches love to see.
Well, UCLA and all those incredible national titles in men's basketball, Clark, they were the program in the 60s and 70s.
Yep, completely dominated the landscape of college ball during that time. From 64 to 75, they won 10 titles in 12 seasons.
Fast break UCLA. And so he draws the foul on the shot. A trip to the line to shoot two.
That's his first personal foul.
And guys, thinking again about the Bruins being so dominant during those decades, they set so many records in that time frame, won 88 games in a row, which is still a record for men's basketball.
The Wolverines making a switch here. White's checked in. The Bruins also with a sub. Irving's checked in.
You know, so often we can forget that these players are student athletes. I mean, Freak does not have that problem. He's an amazing student off the floor and is very dedicated in the classroom.
And how about Freak with a 4.0 GPA?
The Wolverines making a switch here. Freaks checked in. The Bruins leading by 17. Daly in a two-guard. Smith is out there with Ellis. Then it's Jones. Then it's Flash in at the one spot. Campbell kicks to Roberts. Some nice ball movement by the Bruins. And that one's good. Fresh.
No hesitation when he saw the space the D was giving him. That's two.
And for the Bruins, Free out there with Fresh. Then there's Campbell, and it's Roberts in at the 5, roaming the paint. Passes it to Freak. Makes it off the glass.
Yeah, starting the second half nicely there. Love those easy lay-ins to get things going.
Here's Free. To the left wing. Goes up at the stripe, and the Bruins tack on two more. Michigan trails by 19. Flash passes to Freak. On the wing, Jones. Fast break, UCLA. Rebounded by Ellis. Michigan with the ball. Here's Daly. Got a piece of it. And they're on the break. Here's Fresh. Finished off the break. Fresh has got 11 points.
He's been one of their more reliable options today, guys. I mean, his shooting has led them to this lead.
And you see Freak out there. Nobody is 100% sure what position he'll be best at on the next level, but they know he'll be out on the wing. He looks so comfortable in space.
And with Freak, it's his plethora of moves that really impress me. He can create a shot in space anywhere and anytime. He's got a really good sense of how to operate from the wing.
Catching up on the changes for Michigan, Taylor's checked in for Ellis. Jefferson comes in for Jones. And Knight subbed in for Flash. The Bruins leading by 19 points. Morris outside. And the foul called on Freak. That's his fourth foul. Daly in at shooting guard. Ellis is out there with Smith. Then there's Flash, and it's Crawford at the 3, the small forward. Here's Daly, and fouled hard that time. He'll get to the line and shoot two. And now we'll get perspective here on how the hustle game has been going for the Bruins.
I thought we might see the defense adjust at halftime to slow the break, but that has not been the case.
Another factor here tonight has been the amount of points they've scored off turnovers.
And both free throws good from Freak.
They're locked in from the charity stripe this half. Not a miss yet.
And trying to cut into this lead, they need every edge they can get.
To the paint. Here's Looney. He's guarded by Ellis. Crawford against Morris. And the pass to Looney. Just 5 to shoot. Pass to Free. Expanding his range. And he gets it to go.
You know, there's no better sign of how efficiently a team is operating than their assist numbers. And theirs are fantastic.
Just beautiful when they play the game like this.
Crawford is screen on Free. And here's Freak. There's 1:54 left here in the second half of the game. Ellis. And the wing jumper offline.
You're not going to see that very often. Plenty of space, but he just, let's face it, he whiffs on that one.
One thing with Freak that we know is he makes sure he gets his shots up no matter what. One way or another, he's going to get his workout in.
Welcome, everyone. It's the night we've all been waiting for. The college tournament finale is upon us. And for two teams, this marks the end of an incredible journey. And the energy is contagious here in the building. This is Kevin Harlan alongside Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. We'll see the Wisconsin Badgers and the Michigan Wolverines.
Kevin, this is the night where we are going to see some intense basketball. High energy, lay it all out on the line for college hoops. Everything these young players have worked towards their entire life comes down to this exact moment.
And you can bet, Clark, that each and every player here tonight feels the importance of this game like no other in their lives, really. A big key in coming through in a big game like this is how well you can compose yourself. How do you handle the pressure of the big stage? We'll find out soon enough which of these teams has the ability to harness all of that raw energy and focus on getting the job done.
Let's check out Wisconsin's starting lineup. We've got Hawkins. He's out there with Hill. Kaminsky out there with Decker. And it's Evans in at the 4 slot. Hawkins with it. Feeds to Hill. From beyond the arc, it's good for his second make. He's made 2 of 3 so far. Hill's gone 2 of 3 from the floor.
And with any championship game, you know that every player is going to have their heart racing for the first few minutes. That's just natural. That's adrenaline. They'll need to remain calm, though, and let the game come to them and kind of ease into it.
And one guy, guys, I'll keep an eye on in this one is Freak. He is the consummate leader for his team. He can come out strong and play his game while keeping his intensity level up. It'll be just what they need to claim the title.
Well, Wisconsin has had a bit of a renaissance in their program of late, Clark. Last decade and a half have seen them put up some great seasons.
And you know, Kevin, the Badgers weren't really a major powerhouse in hoops until the turn of the century. But now, they're one of the most consistent teams in the country.
And it's Freak missing. Here's the Badgers with the ball. And Wisconsin looking at who they've got. Payton is out there with Hawkins. Then it's Kaminsky. Then it's Decker. And it's Walker in at the power forward. The Badgers leading by 5. Pass to Kaminsky. Looking for Payton. He gets it there. And it's Freak with the rebound.
And as we see Freak and his team go for the title here, he is trying to repeat what he did just a year ago. He was able to lead his high school to the PSAL championship.
Well, Greg, he was a 4-time All-American selection in high school and a unanimous one at that. He's won state titles before, but this is a different animal in high school.
And that one misses.
What are we in?
And the second free throw, good. And the Badgers with possession here. 4-point game. Hawkins kicks to Decker. He dishes it to Walker. To the middle. And Payton gets it to go on the assist by Walker. Payton's got his first bucket of the night.
He had his head on the swivel and was able to pick out the pass and get the assist.
Here's Daly. The Badgers pull it in.
That's the kind of D you need when he's got the ball near the hoop. They were all over it.
And Jones sends it back. Flash passes to Freak. Well-timed pass, and he goes straight to the bucket for the layup.
And what a journey it has been, really, for this whole team to make it to the college championship, especially for Freak. A few bumps in the road for him, but what a story.
Greg, you get the feeling that it's only the beginning. I mean, the way he plays and the accolades he has, I mean, you can see him having a long and productive career at the pro level.
Will not go. This is off the front iron.
They've done their part here to run down a lot of missed shots. A solid rebounding effort.
Yeah, energy has been the difference, and they're fighting for every loose ball and giving as good as they get on the inside.
Flash passes to Freak. But they get it back. And the shot is good. The Badger lead has been cut to just 5 on the basket from Smith. 55 seconds left in the first half of the game. Here is Hawkins. He hasn't scored yet. That, I'm sure, will change. Shot's good by Walker.
You can't afford to give him that kind of a look.
Well, you know, he came off a good screen, but still, as a defender, you've got to do a better job of fighting over and through that.
There's 31 seconds left to play in the first half. Now here's Freak. Lets it go with a three. Rebounded by Kaminsky. Here's the Badgers with the ball. They're on a 14-5 run. Walker's shot is off.
There was just enough defensive pressure to get him off balance and cause that shot to go awry.
Payton drives in, and he drops in the layup off the glass. Payton's got his second bucket of the night.
Not fazed at all by having a bigger defender on him down low.
And so that's the end of the first half. Wisconsin leads by 9. We'll see you after halftime for the begin. And the big game is just about ready to get going for our second half of play. What a championship atmosphere we've got here tonight. We are just one half of basketball away from seeing college basketball history being made.
And not exactly the start they were looking for, but there's still a lot of basketball left. You have to think they'll be mixing things up a little bit in terms of adjustments.
Well, Greg, I tell you what, the hole is deep, and if they want to hoist that trophy at the end of the game, they've got to get more from their star player, Freak. He's got to take over.
Daly in at shooting guard. Ellis is out there with Smith. Then there's Flash, and it's Jones in at the 3. And for the Badgers, they've got Hill. He's out there with Hawkins. Decker is out there with Kaminsky. And it's Evans in at the power forward position. Flash passes to Ellis. Now here's Freak. He's guarded by Hill. From the wing. Rebounded by Kaminsky. Kaminsky's got 3 rebounds now in this one.
3 straight misses here to start the second half.
It's Hill on the wing. A shot, no good. Excellent defense there from Smith.
You know, one of the big questions on everybody's mind in this game is whether or not Freak will stay on for another year or go pro. I mean, usually a player with his upside would be a lock to be a one and done, but he's giving serious thought to staying.
And Freak is a guy who clearly values the scholastic aspect of collegiate sports, so it makes sense for him to think about staying beyond this season. Still, with Freak's draft stock rising, this could be his final game as a collegiate player.
He hits the second from the line. The Badgers leading by 11. Hill kicks to Conley. And Gibson now top the key. And it's Hill penetrating. The Badgers working the ball around now. Fisher, the shot's good on the assist by Wade. Fisher's got his first bucket in this one. The Wolverines making a switch here. Stevenson's checked in.
George Stevenson.
Michigan. Daly in at point guard. Wright is out there with Jones. Then it's Smith, and it's Knight in at the 2-guard spot. They swipe it. Hawkins against Smith. Hawkins passes to Decker. Evans right side. From the baseline. And there are the Badgers with another bucket. And what's your take, guys, on the hustle stats for the Badgers?
Boy, their hounding, harassing effort at the defensive end, very impressive. And they forced quite a few turnovers as a result.
Yeah, and also the way they've been able to generate points off of the turnovers that they forced tonight has also helped. A good board there, Kevin, but overall they're getting slightly out-rebounded.
And that's a good place to start if you're going to try to find your way back into this game. Get to work on the glass.
Freak with it. He's picked up by Hill. And the rejection by Evans. And the foul called on Freak. That'll be it. So Michigan going with almost an entire new group here. Cunningham, he's checked in for Ellis. Taylor comes in for Wright. Banks checked in for Jones. And Freak subbed in for Flash.
Boy, they're going to need some serious heroics here from Freak. It's going to take close to a miracle for them to get back in this game.
Anything is possible, but certainly isn't probable. If Freak can step up and somehow keep this game going for them, it'll be the stuff of legends.
There's the screen on the wing, Evans. Back to Conley to the right side. And Gibson kicks to Conley. Shot clock at 5. Banked in off the glass. And Wisconsin leads by 17.
This is a serious game-clinching run they're on.
Yeah, I agree with you. Just not backing off here. I mean, they're looking to close this one out in style. What a time to have this kind of surge.
Here's Daly. That 3 off the mark. So it's Wisconsin picking up the win. Sutton.
Hello?
Hey, Ma, it's me.
Hey, Frequency.
I got you on speakerphone.
Okay, your sister there?
Hey, Mama, I'm right here.
Hey, baby, how you doing?
I'm fine.
Yvette's here too, Mama.
Hi, Mama. How you doing? I'm fine.
Does she have to be here?
Yes. Mr. Pagnotti, the agent I was telling you about, he's in the room too.
How you doing, ma'am?
I'm good. Nice to meet you.
What a pleasure to finally meet the Queen Mother of this young, talented man, even if only by telephone.
That's sweet. Hang on, Frequency. Here comes your father.
All right.
Hey, sorry I'm late. Hope everyone's well.
How you doing,
Daddy.
Mr.
Hey,
P?
Bobs.
I'm doing good.
So let's get to it.
Yeah, let's do this. We all know why we're here. This meeting is strictly confidential, 100%.
We met working at the post office together. Mark was the clerk, and I was Kerry.
Good evening and welcome to the NBA Draft. With the first pick in the NBA Draft, the Minnesota Timberwolves select Karl Anthony Towns from the University of Kentucky. With the second pick in the NBA Draft, the Los Angeles Lakers select D'Angelo Russell from the Ohio State University. With the third pick in the NBA Draft, the Philadelphia 76ers select Jahlil Okafor from Duke University. With the fourth pick in the NBA Draft, the New York Knicks select Kristaps Porzingis from Latvia. With the fifth pick in the NBA Draft, the Orlando Magic select Mario Hezonja from Dubrovnik, Croatia. With the sixth pick in the NBA Draft, the Sacramento Kings select Willie Cauley-Stein from the University of Kentucky. With the 7th pick in the NBA draft, the Denver Nuggets select Emmanuel Mudiay from Dallas, Texas. With the 8th pick in the NBA draft, the Detroit Pistons select Stanley Johnson from the University of Arizona. With the 9th pick in the NBA draft, the Charlotte Hornets select Frank Kaminsky from the University of Wisconsin. With the 10th pick in the NBA draft, the Miami Heat select Justice Winslow from Duke University. With the 11th pick in the NBA draft, the Indiana Pacers select Miles Turner from the University of Texas. With the 12th pick in the NBA draft, the Utah Jazz select Trey Lyles from the University of Kentucky. With the 13th pick in the NBA draft, the Phoenix Suns select Devin Booker from the University of Kentucky. With the 14th pick in the NBA draft, the Oklahoma City Thunder select Cameron Payne from Murray State University. With the 15th pick in the NBA draft, the Atlanta Hawks select Kelly Oubre from the University of Kansas. With the 16th pick in the NBA draft, the Boston Celtics select Terry Rozier from University of Louisville. With the 17th pick in the NBA draft, the Milwaukee Bucks select Rashad Vaughn from UNLV. With the 18th pick in the NBA draft, the Houston Rockets select Sam Decker from the University of Wisconsin. With the 19th pick in the NBA draft, the Washington Wizards select Jaren Grant from the University of Notre Dame. With the 20th pick in the NBA draft, the Toronto Raptors select Delon Wright from the University of Utah. With the 21st pick in the NBA draft, the Dallas Mavericks select Justin Anderson from the University of Virginia. With the 22nd pick in the NBA draft, the Chicago Bulls select Bobby Portis from the University of Arkansas. With the 23rd pick in the NBA draft, the Portland Trailblazers select Rondé Hollis Jefferson from the University of Arizona. With the 24th pick in the NBA draft, the Cleveland Cavaliers select Tyus Jones. With the 25th pick in the NBA draft, the Memphis Grizzlies select Stephen Daly from the University of Michigan.
Let's do this, young man.
Yes, sir.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Frequency Vibration. Welcome aboard, young man. Welcome aboard.
Wow. Wow. This is bananas.
Take your time, baby.
Thanks, Ma. Okay, so I first want to thank everyone who made
All right. You all know why we're here and what we came to do this year. This is only the beginning of a very long season, but Game 1 means just as much as Game 82. Now, we have some new faces here that I really expect to make an impact for us this season. We've already seen flashes of what they can do for us, but I expect all of you to go out there and execute just like we did in camp. Ain't no more excuses. It's time to get serious. If we play our brand of basketball, there's no telling where this team can go. So get out there, get warm, and let's go win this game.
Here we go, my first NBA game. This is something I've been waiting for my entire life. And to be honest, I'm a little bit nervous. But I know this is where I belong. So I just gotta get out there and do what I was born to do. I hope I can make my family proud.
Welcome aboard, everybody. This is Wednesday Night Basketball of the NBA on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan alongside Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony with Doris Burke on our sideline. Here in Memphis, we have an interconference matchup with the Grizzlies looking to create some